So now I will discuss you about today we will discuss about starting with the user management. You are also aware of what is a user. So we have a two type of user in the Linux. First of all, that is having the super privilege. That one is a root user. Okay, that is a admin. You can call it as an admin user. And the second one is non-root user, or you can say it as normal user. We have only two type of user in the Linux. Okay, so root is that हाँ बोलो 1 second guys. हाँ छुट्टी हो सकती संडे को आ जाना फिर ठीक है लेकिन संडे को आ जाना फिर ठीक है ठीक है नमस्ते. Okay, so root user is having the all privilege. He can do anything without any sudo command, but normal user can execute all the things with the help of sudo command here. Okay, so we need to understand how to manage the user in the Linux environment. So it is common for all the distribution: Fedora, Kali, Linux, and SUSE, and Ubuntu, CentOS, Red Hat, Amazon Linux. Okay, so all is having the same mechanism for the user management. Let me log in to my machine. Okay, so I have logged into my machine. I have launched a machine from the AWS EC2. Okay, and now I have logged into this machine. Okay, so okay, so first of all we need to know like how who am I. Who I means as of now you have logged in with the root user. You can see here root. Okay, and you can see here it's a root user. Okay, so you can use this command to understand who you are right now. So which user has logged in right now. So this is the command who am I. Okay, and now suppose that how many user we have as of now. So you can use the password command, so it will show you all the user in your machine. Okay, so there are the lots of user are there. So this is the root user. Okay, and this is the UID and this is the GID. Okay, like every user is having the unique name. Okay, suppose that this is a username root. Okay, and your root is having the same some having the number, so that is a UID. Okay, that is a group ID, that is a root, that is a group name, and that is a shell which is used by the root user. Okay, the same way we have a EC2 user, and these are the user has been created by the system to perform certain task. Okay, and here if you see here we have a EC2 user. This is a default user. This is created by Amazon itself. If you go here, connect here, and if you go on here, so this is the username. Okay, you can define while creating the machine, or you can change it as per your choice. So this is the default username is created by the AWS itself. Okay, and this is the password. This is the UID. UID means the user is having the particular number, that is a UID, and group ID, and this is the home directory. This is the shell is using by the EC2 user. Let me create the new user. User add Tom. Okay, so if you check, you can see here we have created one user. Tom is having the UID that is different. Okay, and whenever you are creating the user, it will create a home directory. It will create the home directory. You can check here /home. Okay, whenever you are creating any user, so it will create a home directory. Home directory means it's a let me write here, like suppose that if you are creating the Tom user, So it will create the two things. First of all, user Tom and home directory of user Tom, that is a slash home and slash Tom, that is common for everywhere. Okay, so we have created the user and we have not given the user password to that particular this user. Okay, so you can give the password here, password Tom. It will ask about the password you want to associate with the username. Okay, let me give 123 for an example. Then retype the password 123. Okay, it created. If you want to check the all details about the user ID and the username Tom, let me clear the screen for your better visibility. ID Tom. So if you see, I have created a one user that is a name of Tom, and whenever I am creating the user, it is generating the UID. Okay, so that is a different unique in all over your machine, and it will create the one group ID, because whenever you are creating any user, so it will create a user as well and group with the same name by default. It will create a, if you're going to create the user with the Tom, it will create the user Tom m home directory and group. Okay, that is a thing you need to understand. Okay, so as of now you can check also into the cat etc groups. You see here, so this is a group name, right? Group name and gip group id, this is a group name. So all the group will be mentioned over here. You can see, if you want to check how much group you have, wc-l. wc-l means it will count the lines, like this is the lines, right? It will count the line for you. If you want to uh, count the character, so -c, so it will character 1 character 2 character in all over the file. Okay, so this command wc- is very common, very useful command in the case of like when you are mining the log file. Mining the log files mean when you are checking, when you are monitoring, when you are some logging the log file, when you are checking something error in a log file. Okay, so then this command is very useful. Okay, wc-l is for like it will count the lines, and if you write the -c flag, so it means it will count the character all over your file. Pipe is for like pipe means let me type if no one is aware. If some all the people are aware, then it is good. If it no one,
or it's like or join right. So
yeah, two Linux commands can be used together by pipe symbol. Okay, हम कभी ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि we cannot use the two commands at the same time. Okay, in the Linux we cannot use two command at the same line, so we must use the pipe. If you want to use two command in the same line, so we must have the pipe symbol here. Okay, it will first of all ls will give the input ls, and whatever we have output from ls, it will use the input for the cmd. Just for an example, so if you want to run the two Linux command, so we must have used the pipe symbol, and we cannot use the same two commands at the same line. Okay, and suppose that and this is my password. Okay, and if you want to see like you want to grab something, if you want to search for something, so grab -i. Okay, and grab an hyphen for word. Okay, -i means like it's a flag if you want to search for any particular word, and that is not the uppercase and lowercase. If you want to use the that way, so you will use the -i. like slash tom, write me tom. Okay, so wherever is tom is available, so it will show you the line. If you see here in the slash etc slash password is having a lots of content. Okay, if you want to generate the line only which is having the tom word, so you will be using the this command, grab command. Hyphen I means it will not show you, it will not give you error like hyphen capital T small t. Okay, it will not show you that kind of error. Okay, id tom. So we have a tom. Tom is having the group. It means this user is a part of this group. Group is a collection of users. Okay, so as of now this group is having the one user, that is a tom. Okay, and group number is 1001. So if you want to change the group of the user, like the user is this tom but it doesn't want to be part of this tom group, if you want to change the default group name of this tom user, so you can change user mode hyphen g, and first of all you need to give the group name. Hyphen g means group, and then tom username, that is tom. If you see here we don't have any group here. Okay, group devops does not exist. So first of all you need to create the group here, then you will be make the tom user of the part of devops group. Okay, so you will need the group here, group devops. Okay, so it will create the new group add and devops, it will create the new group, hit enter. Okay, then now what is will happen, so we have a devops group and we have a tom, so tom will be a part of devops group here, hit enter. If you check here id tom here, so you will be able to see tom is the user is a part of devops group, and devops group is having the gip is 1002. Okay, so what does it do, it will change the, first of all when I was there I was having the default group is tom, now I am having the default group is group devops. If you want to append the group, like this user should be the part of devops group as well as tom group. So if this is the use case of your scenario, so how to append the group, so we have a command of user mode hyphen a capital G means a means append, capital G means group name. Now group name tom. If you see here, if I use the tom id, so it is having the group name tom, username tom and group name devops. Now tom is a group name and now username is tom. Now if you see, it will be the part of two groups. See, it appended a group. Okay, it appended a group, and the default group is devops. Previously the default group was tom, and now default group is devops, and we have tom is the part of two separate group, devops and tom. Any doubt, any questions so far till now, or are we good?
सर ये माइनस जी क्या कर रहा है, माइनस जी और माइनस ए ये जो है,
माइनस जी का मतलब ये, स्मॉल जी का मतलब ये है कि अगर आप डिफ़ॉल्ट ग्रुप को एक्सचेंज करना चाह रहे हो, ओके, सो इसलिए हाइफन जी फ्लैग यूज़ करते हैं स्मॉल जी। अगर कैपिटल ए स्मॉल ए कैपिटल जी यूज़ कर रहे हो तो ए मतलब अपेंड हो गया, अपेंड मतलब एक और ग्रुप का पार्ट बना दिया, उसको चेंज नहीं करा है, उसको अपेंड करा है। अपेंड समझते हो?
अपेंड तो समझ गया, कैपिटल जी और इसमें मतलब ये बाय डिफॉल्ट डेवऑप्स ग्रुप है, राइट? एंड देन दिस कैपिटल जी व्हाट इट्स डूइंग,
कैपिटल जी अपेंडिंग, अपेंडिंग
कैपिटल जी.
हाँ मतलब ये एक्सचेंज नहीं कर रहा, ये
ओके
एक और ग्रुप ऐड कर देगा उसमें, डिलीट नहीं करेगा कुछ,
ओके ओके.
एक्सचेंज नहीं करेगा, बस एक और ऐड कर देगा एडिशनली।
अच्छा अच्छा, एक्सटेंड.
हाँ
ओके, वन
एक्सटेंड
मोर.
उस, हाँ वन मोर से तो अपेंड करते हैं, वी कॉल इट इज अपेंड।
हम्म.
Okay, now if I want to remove the user from the group, so we have a command of g password and now devops group, it removing the devops. Now user is not having the part of group. Okay, user and Tom. If you see here, we have a error. It Tom is not a member of DevOps because it is a default group. Okay, so we have removed the Tom group here. So if you use id Tom here, so the Tom group is removed here. G password, group username and group name. So it has been removed. So this is a just basic commands here. Now we will discuss about the permission. So this is all about it, user management, nothing else. Okay, now we will discuss about the permissions. Before going the permission, so we have a very important command, cron tab, like cron jobs. Then I will cover the permission. Anyone understand what is a cron job? This is the
Yes,
very use case, like every
yeah.
time you need to write the
When
some.
you want to, yeah, when you want to execute anything, let's suppose just wanted to execute something at 9 o'clock. So with the help of the cron tab, I will make a script like that, so it will execute on 9 p.m. So whenever you want to execute some things to, if you want to schedule any work, so with the help of the cron tab, you can do it.
Correct. If you want to schedule the job or command at any pattern,
I message you one thing that is very helpful. आप इसको चेक करिए, इसको अपने cron tab guru.
okay, so first of all we need to check if the service are up and running fine or not.
सर आपको ये मैसेज मिला मेरा क्या चैट में?
चैट में
हाँ, cron tab guru. ये पूरी कहानी है cron tab की, ये देखिए.
ये एक्सप्रेशन लिखने के लिए है. It is saying the service cron job is not found. The writer cron job dot service unit could not be found. Okay, let me check. I think cron is not installed here. Command is correct. Yeah, cron is not installed here. So let me install. What is the package name? By default it is installed, but somehow it is not there. Package name, yeah, yum install cron tab. This one. what is the name of package? Cron tabs. So installed.
Anshul, you can check etc to make sure.
No way there. Cron tab is here.
From the
Yeah,
minus
yeah, it is
L.
installed now. Okay, okay, got it. So yeah, it is installed now. So, yeah, now installed. Okay guys, because it was not in my system, so I installed it. Okay, with the help of package name of this one. So this is a software, this is a package. Okay, this one I installed with the help of this one. Yum install crony e. Okay, so because you don't know what is the name of the software, so you can google it, what is the name of the software. So cron ie is the software for the CentOS 7. Okay, so I install it. And now, so if you want to use the cron job, like if you want to schedule any job for any particular time or any pattern, so you can check first of all cron tab hyphen I. This will ensure like if there is any cron job is running or not at the point at this point of time. If that it is not running here, so it will not show here. Okay, if you want to create one job, so you can create here. First of all, you need to give any pattern, like if you want to schedule your job for every particular every 1 minute, so you can give a star star. And what is the command you want to execute here? Echo this is cron job. This is a append. Okay, it will append into the let me give any file test.txt. okay, first of all what I need to do, I need to create the text.txt. okay, then every 1 minute it will append the this is the cron job into the text.txt. okay, or if you want to change to any other specific time, so we have a this one, so you can give any name, give any point, like every 4 5 4 4 बजे आपका ये it will execute this middle command. Let me create the text.txt. okay, now check the content. Every after 1 minute it will schedule the job. In the Amazon Linux it is not installed by default, but it need to be there. Let me check the service. इसकी कमांड पता है किसी को? स्टेटस चेक करने वाली कमांड सेंटोस में, अमेजोन लाइनक्स में। cron d. Okay, let me check this one. Yeah, it is in inactive. Okay, we got the command here. If you see here, now it is up and running fine. Okay, so it will schedule the job here. One second guys, let me check the configuration. Test.txt and ego is the command. And what is the issue here? Yeah, no, it is running, right? If you see here, every 1 minute the job will be scheduled here. Okay, so as of now it is only 1 minute away, so this is the cron job. Okay, after 1 minute it will schedule the, again it will repeat the job. We need to wait for 1 minute only, so then we will be able to see the here another, this is the cron job again. So let's wait for 1 minute, then we are fine. Actually, what was the issue here? We don't have any package is the like software. In the Windows we have a software like PowerPoint, same like we have in the Linux we have a utility, we call it utility, we call it is a software. Okay, and we call it as an RPM. Okay, so RPM means like .exe. So same way in Windows, the same way we have a in Linux. So if you see here, so we are able to schedule the job here. Every 1 minute it will show you the every 2 seconds what is going on in this file. Okay, so you can watch the command every for 2 seconds. If you want to check the log file in the production, if you are going to see the log file what is going generating in the log file, so you can see the with the help of watch command. You need to get the colon here and colon here, it will show you it. Okay, so prior to this what was the issue here? We have a daemon here and we did not start it at that time. This was the command I gave you the PD. I will give you the PDF. Okay, so if you see here, this is a cron D. Cron is a service.
सर एकदम शुरू से बता दीजिए क्या किया, मुझे समझ में आया नहीं।
हाँ, वो एक्चुअली थोड़ा सा इशू था, वो मैंने ट्रबल शूट कर दिया, उसको फिक्स कर दिया मैंने उसको। मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ व्हाट वाज द इशू। ओके, यू डोंट नीड टू वरी, आई विल गिव यू डॉक्यूमेंट, यू कैन फॉलो द डॉक्यूमेंट एंड यू विल बी एबल टू डू इट फ्रॉम योर सेल्फ विदाउट एनी इशू। ओके, prior to this I didn't have that soft package. Okay, first of all I install the package, I install the software into my machine. Okay, so once my package is installed there, then I need to start the service that I did do. Okay, so I install the service name is cron because in my system it was not there. Okay, so I install the package, then we have a cron D. Cron D means it's a daemon. Every service is having the some system file, some action file. Okay, so we call it is daemon file. Without daemon we cannot execute the any command. Okay, whenever you are firing any command, like I fired the command cron tab -e. Okay, so it's a command if you want to write some cron job. Okay, shortcut command. So what does it do? So cron tab is a command.
माइनस ही क्या करेगा सर? माइनस ही क्या करेगा?
edit
एडिट। ओके,
ठीक है, so it will cron tab will be connecting to the daemon. Okay, daemon is responsible for all the things regarding to the cron job. मतलब ये सर्विस है, सर्विस को जो मतलब जो भी कुछ एग्जीक्यूशन होगा, जो भी कुछ चाहिए होगा, वो डेमन के पास जाएगा. ओके, दैट इज़ अ प्रोसेस हेयर इन ऑल ओवर द सर्विस, लाइक वाट एवर सर्विस वी हैव इन लाइनेक्स, so same process we follow for all type of service here in the Linux. Okay, we have a service name and we have a daemon. Okay, for the like cron d, the same way we have a web server http, that is a web server here. Okay, this is a service web server that will serve the website. Okay, so same way we have a httpd here. Httpd means it's a daemon. D stand for daemon. Okay, it's a daemon. Like whenever we are executing anything on http, okay, so it's a the responsible thing, the responsible service, that is a daemon. Daemon will execute all the commands. Is it clear what is daemon? As a DevOps person, you need to understand the basic as well about the Linux, so then you will be able to troubleshoot from yourself. Okay, without the basic you cannot troubleshoot, because every time you will be having some issue and you need to find out the issue. That is the main purpose of the DevOps person. Okay, as of now my cron job is running here, and if I want to see PID of cron, so I don't have any cron job, right? Cron tab, let me
सर ये
check.
वॉच लिखा आपने, वॉच ब्रैकेट पे कैट tst.txt, तो कैट से तो सर हम फाइल का कंटेंट देखते हैं, तो ये अधिक डबल कोट्स में लिखते हैं तो चलता है क्या, वर्क करता है क्या?
हाँ करता है. ये इसलिए लिखते हैं जब भी हमें वॉच कमांड चलानी होती है तो हमें एक वी नीड टू गिव द कॉलन हेयर, इन द कॉलन वी नीड टू गिव व्हाट यू वांट टू सी.
यदि हम कैट हटा दें और डॉट सीधे वॉच टेस्ट, क्योंकि हमारी फाइल तो test.txt है,
नहीं चलेगी,
नहीं चलेगी.
because in the Linux directly we cannot give the two commands here, like see, cat is a command, watch is the command, we cannot, this is the principle of Linux, I already told you, we cannot use the two command together here without any
या तो
pipe or
यहाँ
without
पाइप
any.
लगा दे, यहाँ पाइप लगा के चला चला दे.
पाइप का कोई मीन्स नहीं होता है, पाइप का मीन्स तब होता है जब किसी का इनपुट आपको उसके आउटपुट में लेना होता है.
ओके, तो यहाँ पर नहीं, यहाँ डबल
वॉच
कोट भी
का
लगेगा.
मतलब एक सिंटैक्स है, दिस इज द सिंटैक्स फॉर द वॉच कमांड. Whenever you are checking for the live monitoring, so you will be using the watch, then you need to give the, this is the syntax, in the colon you need to give the command which you want to like. Okay, so this is the very useful when you are going to use the Kubernetes site like watch, and if you want to see the pod status. Okay, kubectl get pods -n. Okay, so you can see the real-time pod status, so you will be using in that scenario.
तब here we are not using cat.
Cat use करा तो हमने, we have used the cat, right?
हाँ हाँ, मतलब kubectl वाले में, कुबरनेटिस में, यहाँ से कैट हमने कंटेंट देखने के लिए भी रखा है.
हाँ. Now the very important topic is systemctl. So in Windows, like we have a software, in Windows we have a software. Okay, and software is having the .exe file, right? You already know what is the exe file. Okay, I don't need to make you understand what is the .exe. So whenever you have a .exe file, you double click on it, and then software is installed in your Windows system. The same way in the Linux, we call it as software, you call it as utility, technical word, we call it as package, or we call it as command. Okay, so same way we have .exe. In the Linux we have a RPM. Without RPM you cannot use any command in Linux, in the terms of Red Hat and CentOS especially. Okay, so what is RPM? It's a .exe file. Like in Windows you have a .exe, you can relate it to the Linux. In the same way in the Linux we have a .rpm file. If you want to install the RPM file, if you have a .exe file, like in the Windows you have a .exe file, you want to install it, so you will be double click on it, then your software will be installed in the Windows. The same way we have a .rpm. If you want to install the .rpm, so you can install with the help of commands in the Linux. Okay, so now you are understand what is the .rpm. So for example, how much commands we have so far. So if you see that recently I downloaded this cron job here, because in my system I didn't have cron job, so I installed it. So jp, and we have a lots of commands are there. Okay, python 3 and ec2 instance connects, se linux. Okay, so these are the .rpm. By default Amazon downloaded the RPM by default. Okay, additionally I downloaded this RPM here, this software, this package, this utility I downloaded so far in my Linux. If you want to check how much RPM we have, okay, this is a just as per a requirement, which this was my use case. I downloaded this software, this package into my machine, this so you don't need to worry what is this command, so you will be go through it, so like as per your requirement. If you want to use a rsync command, okay, this is for syncing. You have a remote server and you have a two remote server, and you want to rsync is for like you want to some incremental backup into your folder. It can be used in the local machine, it can be as well to your server, remote server, so you can use a rsync. So it depends on your requirement, especially on your requirement basis. If you want to check how much software, how much package, how much utility we have so far in system, so we use it pipe and wc-l. As of now we have 469 by default. Is it clear? And whenever you want to install any package, install any RPM, so we use the yum install httpd or any package. So if you see here what is downloading, it is downloading the .rpm. Okay, so yum is a very advanced module or advanced package management system. Advanced package management software or package, whatever you want to say, utility. Okay, so it will install, like if you are installing, for an example, if you are installing nginx, okay, so it will install the nginx dot whatever rpm, as well as dependencies of the nginx as well, and dependencies of nginx of it. Do you understand what is dependencies? Dependencies means like it will, without the dependencies, it's a small software, it's a small package. If you want to install the nginx software, install nginx package, so you must have the small package, a small software. Okay, so it will create the nginx software. So if you want to install the nginx here, yes, if you want to install the nginx, so it will download the dependencies as well. So this is the yum install. Yum is a very advanced package management. You don't need to worry about the departed dependency of this one. So if you use here rpm -i and nginx and whatever name, version and rpm, so it will download only rpm, nginx rpm. Okay, it will not download your dependencies. Okay, so if you are not able to download the mini software of the Nginx RPM, so this command will not work here. Okay, so if you want to download the package, download the software with all the dependencies, so you will use the yum. Yum is an advanced version of the RPM. Advanced top RPM. Okay, so I hope you understand what is the RPM. RPM is a very common thing and yum is the very common thing. That's why you need to understand what is the RPM here. RPM is a .txt file. Okay, that is an executable file. You need to just execute. If you see here, I downloaded the HTTPD here, but the HTTPD required this software here as well. Okay, so because every time you are using the yum install HTTPD, but you are not aware what is going on here, so that is not a good thing, acceptable thing, as per you are going to be a DevOps person. You need to understand the basic as well. So for installing the HTTPD, I required 12 utilities here of the architecture of 860/64, or the same, the repository of it is having the size of 1.4 MB and the repository is Amazon Linux, and this is the version. Okay, so you don't need to worry about the what is dependency. Yum is a very advanced package management system manager. It will install all the dependencies for you. Okay, then whatever you want to do, systemctl start httpd, it will systemctl, okay, systemctl start. So once you have a service httpd, http is a web server, so you will start the service. Okay, then you will see status of httpd should be up and running fine. If you see here, it is up and running fine since this time. Okay, and here you need to notice this is the start, this is the status, and we have a enable command. So if you want your service start httpd means temporary starting the service, systemctl enable httpd means permanently starting. Even why I'm permanently enabling means, like whenever you are rebooting or you are stopping your system, or then you are starting your system, stopping then starting. Okay, so it will not stop your service up and running fine without any issue. Is it clear?
So enabled is like permanent and start is like temporary. Stop is also.
Sorry.
Since if we enabled HTTP service, then it is permanently.
Yes.
Anshul, I mean, if we use systemctl start HTTPD, so when we reboot the Linux machine, it won't start the HTTPD, right? That's
Yes,
what you're
yes,
saying.
yes, yes, yes. You need to enable it for permanent enable.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so now let me take any code. You can use the help chat GPT as a helper of yours. I am asking ChatGPT to write me a code because I don't know code much. I only know Python somehow, but I don't know JavaScript and all. Okay, so as a DevOps person, you not need to be worried about the coding and all.
सर जेनकिंस में भी हमें कोड नहीं लिखना है ना?
जेनकिंस में ग्रूबी में लिखना होगा. आपको एज अ
लिखना
डेवॉप्स
पड़ेगा।
पर्सन, एज अ डेवॉप्स पर्सन यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड ग्रूबी एंड आपका YAML एंड आपका वो के जेसन, ये 3 लैंग्वेज आपको आनी चाहिए। और फॉर ऑटोमेशन यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द पाइथन एज वेल।
नहीं पाइथन ठीक है, मतलब ये जैसे बहुत ज्यादा चाहिए क्या कोड सर?
नहीं नहीं,
कोडिंग
बेसिक
कोडिंग
बेसिक लाइक लिस्ट टपल, ये थोड़ा बहुत आप ऑटोमेशन कर सको
ये
बाकी।
तो सर नहीं, पाइथन का तो ठीक है, ये तो समझ में आया।
हम्म।
रूबी
So
एंड ऑल दिस।
Ansible also included.
Yeah, Ansible is included in English. Ansible is using the YAML language.
Yeah. Right. I mean, in our course, you are including Ansible also.
Yes, yes,
यस यस।
Ansible is there.
Okay.
So let me check. Yeah, your login page is up and running fine. Okay. Now your HTTP is working up and running fine without any issue. Okay. So now if you want to remove the service, how to remove the service? You have installed the HTTPD. Now if you want to remove the service, so we have a command of yum remove HTTPD. PD means HTTP is your service name and D is a daemon. Okay, daemon is responsible for the all kind of operation related to the web service HTTPD. So it will it will uninstall all the dependencies, all the mini software including the HTTPD. If you want to delete it, then yes, it. Now the very important thing is the permission. Permission of files and let it be permissions. Okay, let me clear the screen and then ls. Let me go back and let me, okay, ls hyphen long list. Okay, if you see here, so we have a multiple files are there, right? So I already explained you each and every file yesterday. So if you this see here, so this is L for stand for soft link. Okay, so Benis is pointing to the this folder. Okay, and if you see this D, small d means it's a folder, it's a directory. In technically we call it directory, it's a folder. It means boot is a folder. Okay, if you see L is a soft link and this one, if there is no D, there is no L, that means it's a file. You see this text.txt, I created this file with the hello touch command, so this is the file. Okay, and it is having some permission here. Okay, that's a very important and you need to understand. So how to maintain the permission in the Linux, that is common all over the your all distribution of Linux, even go SUSE, Kali, any Linux, so it would be the same. Okay, let me create one file and let me go into the another file and cd home and ec2 hyphen user. Here we can use this one. Okay, I am creating the one file touch abc.txt. Okay, I simply created one file and I'm checking the permission here hyphen ltr. So if you see here, this is the owner of this file. This is the owner of this file. Pay attention. And this is the group of this file, or group of this user, means this is the user, this is a group associated with this user. This is a date and time when it got created, and this is a size. And if you see, this is a permission here. If you see here, this is a dash, means it's a file, it's not a folder. So how to maintain the file? What is that? What does it mean? If you see here, so we have like let me create the one user add test user. Okay, password test. I am just creating the user. I am just creating the giving the password to the test user. 123 123. Okay, this is a very simple use case. So now if you see here, so this is the pattern. Okay, let me take a small picture. Permission in Linux. With the help of diagram you will be able to understand more clear. Okay, yeah, so this is good. Let me open this one. Okay, if you see here, so first 3 digit, this is the owner. If you see here, in here diagram will be more, give you more clarity. If you see here we have a 9 block here, right? 1 2 3 retry execute, and then 1 2 3 retry execute, and then 1 2 3 retry execute, correct? So we have a 9 digit here, and forget about the this one is the, like it will indicate this is the soft link directory of file. So go here in the diagram and see here. So in the very first digit, this is applicable to owner. Who is the owner of the file? Who wrote this file? Who is the owner of this file? First 3 digit, and the second 3 digit is indicating the permission for the group. Okay, the user is from that group, and the group is having this permission. It means all of whoever is a part of this group, they have this permission here. And others who is not a part, the users who are not part of this group, they have this permission. It means user owner is having this permission, and group is having this permission, and the users who are not the part of group, they are having this permission. Okay, so as of now, who is the owner of this file? abc.txt. ec2 hyphen root is the owner. If you want to see who is the owner, who am I am the root, right? So root is the owner. Okay, so if you want to change the owner, change the ownership of this, like if you want to give the any privilege, any permission as per your requirement, so we have a command of chmod, change the permission. Okay, if you want to change the permission for only for others, like this way we have others, right, who are not a part of group, so we can use the o plus. If you want to give the execute access, then you will o plus x, and then file name abc.txt. okay, if you see here ls-l, previously we others, this is the part of, right, others was not having the x meet execute access. Okay, the now the color of this file is executable, this file can be executable. Okay, and now if I want to remove the r from abc.txt, now check, read is removed here, read is removed from all over the here. If you want to give the permission to the owner, okay, plus x abc.txt, now check the permission of the user, others is having the permission of r. Okay, this is the way, like you can use this way, or else we have a binary system here. With the help of binary you can define, like if you are writing the chmod 111, it means read as execute, right? Like chmod 400 abc.txt, if you write here, now check the permission of
chmod 421 abc.txt, ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं, मतलब ये और इजी है.
421
yeah, chmod 421 abc.txt.
हाँ वैसे भी कर सकते हो, मतलब इट्स
हाँ
डिपेंड ऑन योर रिक्वायरमेंट एक्चुअली. इट इज़ नॉट लाइक दैट कि आई कैन डू 421 and
हाँ,
431.
मैं एग्जांपल बता रहा हूँ, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू एग्जांपल लाइक
Yeah,
दैट.
it depends on your requirement, like what kind of permission you want to set.
यूजर को कितना है, ओनर ये दैट्स अंडरस्टैंड.
Any doubts so far, guys, till now, or I need to repeat it?
नहीं नहीं, इट्स ओके फॉर मी, इट्स ओके.
Okay, now let's talk about the ownership change, ownership of the user. If you see here, this is the owner, this is the group. Okay, this is the owner of this file and this is the owner. If you want to change the owner of this file, so we have a command of chown, and now you need to give the username ec2-user colon group name ec2-user and file name abc.txt. Now if you see here, the owner of this file, who wrote this file, root wrote this file. Okay, but now we have changed the ownership. Who is having the ownership of this file? ec2-user. And who is a part of this user group? ec2-user. And this way you can change the ownership of the group and user as well. And if you want to, suppose that if you want to change the only owner, so we have a command of chown user abc.txt. Okay, only.
ये तो समझ में आ गया सर. नीचे वाला, ऊपर वाला क्या किया आपने, सी एच ओन, ये जो कोलन लगाया है, फिर ये हाँ
यहाँ पर ये है कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई गिव द यूजर नेम
ये तो
ओनर
समझ में आ गया, यूजर
एंड
नेम.
देन ग्रुप नेम.
अच्छा, ग्रुप नेम भी साथ में कर दिया.
ठीक है, क्योंकि अगर आप इसमें लॉन्ग लिस्ट करोगे, इफ़ यू सी द लॉन्ग लिस्ट, सो दिस इज़ द यूज़र नेम एंड दिस इज़ द ग्रुप नेम हु ओन दिस फाइल. मतलब बेसिक क्लियर करते चलना कि ताकि आगे जाके दिक्कत ना आए जब हम सेल स्क्रिप्टिंग वगैरह
हाँ
करेंगे,
इसी
तो उस
या
समय
या
दिक्कत नहीं आनी चाहिए. तो इसलिए बेसिक क्लियर होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू क्लियर बेसिक्स.
ठीक है सर.
Okay, so if you want to change the group only, this way I only change the username here, right? Ownership of the user. If you want to change the group, chgpr group grp. Okay, and root group or this one. So what does it changed? Can someone please tell me what I did?
आपने लिखा है चेंज ग्रुप, जो ग्रुप को चेंज किया है रूट से, और फाइल लिखा है तो चेंज
हाँ
ग्रुप.
हाँ हाँ.
तो ग्रुप का जो वो है रूट है चेंज, एंड देन abc.txt इज अ फाइल.
Owner is the same, but the group
हाँ,
has been changed by root. Previously owner
ग्रुप
group.
ग्रुप का नाम चेंज हो गया ना.
हाँ, ग्रुप का नाम चेंज हुआ बस.
हाँ, तो फाइल यदि ये ना भी दें तो ग्रुप का जो नाम चेंज हो गया है, सिर्फ उतना ही, सिर्फ ग्रुप का नाम देखना हो तो फिर कैसे करेंगे?
सिर्फ ग्रुप का नाम देखना हो तो वो दिख तो रहा है आपको ग्रुप यहाँ पे.
अच्छा, वो मतलब वो ऐसे ही है, ठीक है. उसको
इसमें
तो
आपके.
सिर्फ आपने फाइल का परमिशन देनी थी, इसलिए ये लिखा.
हाँ,
ठीक है.
and very one important command, like if you want to see how much ports are enabled on the system. Okay, so like we have SSH protocol, SSH having the 22. Okay, HTTP is having the port number 80. Port number is basically like every system is having the service, and service is basically running on a particular port. Okay,
65,535
HTTP.
ports.
Okay, so I will give you a document for the permission and I will attach this. Okay, you can practice yourself. If you have face any issue or challenge anything, so you can discuss to me. HTTP has having the port number port number 80. Okay, HTTPS having the port number 443. Same way we have a multiple lots of our service are there, endless service are there. Okay, so and Tomcat, for an example, Tomcat 8080. Okay, so these are n number of service are there. So these are service are basically running on a specifically port. So port is nothing but but on the system there is some plug on which plug we are running the service. If you want to call this service HTTP, so you need to use the IP address and call on the port number. So this is the process here. Got it? And if you want to see how much port are enabled for this system, this is my machine, virtual machine. Okay, netstat -12np. If you see here, so we have a multiple lots of service are there, and these service are taking the some occupied by some port number. Okay, if you see, this is the SSD, okay, SSH service that is using the port number 22. This is the internet number 4x0, that is the internet IP. Okay, this is a local machine IP, port number 22, SSH protocol. Okay, this is a cron D, this is utilizing the 68. Okay, and if you want to check your port is enabled for any particular system or not, so we have a command of telnet command. Telnet, you can give any IP here. Telnet is not here, I need to download it again. Okay, if you see here, service name was not there. Let me take the IP. Okay, connected to the local host. What does it mean? If you see here, this is very useful command. Like whenever you want to check, for an example, we have a lots of machine out there. Okay, if you want to check on this particular machine HTTPS protocol is enabled or not, even you don't have any access, you can check in the security gates, security group, you can check like this is enabled or not. But what is in the case, like if you don't have an AWS console management, so you will use a telnet command. Okay, just you need to give the IP address, okay, and just then the port number, because I already know that I have this is listening on the port number 22. Port number 22 is already enabled here, right? On this my machine I have opened the port number 22, so it means it is listening over the port number 22. If I want to verify from the remote machine, so what I will use the telnet and the IP address and port number 22. So if you see here, trying to connecting to the, this is the IP of the local host. Yesterday I already explained you, this is the IP address of local host. Local host means this machine itself, and connected to the local host, it means it is able to connect to the local host, and the service is running on this port, that is listening on this port, that is a SSH protocol. Okay, any confusion, any question?
We can use ping command also, right? Trace route ping.
No.
I didn't understand. I mean, telnet, what telnet is doing? I mean, we are checking connectivity or anything else?
We are just checking the connectivity. We are checking the
Okay.
connectivity with the port number. In the ping you cannot mention the port number.
Yes. Yeah, right.
If you see here, ping
चेक
Google,
कर रहे हैं कि कौन सा पोर्ट चल रहा है टेलनेट लोकल होस्ट, राइट?
देखो मैंने I could able to I was able to check the connectivity on the local host on it machine itself, but I didn't mention any port number. अगर आपको if you want to check the port number connectivity, so you will use the port number.
सर टेलनेट लोकल होस्ट और 443 देखिए चल रहा है, डबल कोट्स देना पड़ेगा ना?
नहीं ऐसे देते हैं,
अरे कोलन कोलन कोलन
नहीं देते कॉलन.
सर ऊपर तो आपने दिया टेलनेट लोकल होस्ट कोलन और 22.
कहाँ दिया, उन्हें मना कर दिया ना, अननोन होस्ट.
अच्छा
एरर दिखा दिया हमने, सिंटेक्स का ये है.
43 क्या दिखा इसने? टेलनेट कनेक्ट टू एड्रेस कनेक्शन रिफ्यूज्ड. 443 से कनेक्शन नहीं है
क्योंकि हमारा इनेबल नहीं है ना, इसमें कुछ चल ही नहीं रहा.
हाँ.
SSL,
80 कनेक्ट लोकल होस्ट.
80 is let's check. because I don't have any HTTPD web server.
Or
HTTPD
8080 localhost?
that is also not running because
Not.
Tomcat is not there on any other service who is running on that one. Is it correct?
Yeah.
So you can check the connectivity on the port specific.
Telnet.
Telnet. This is a very useful command you will be using multiple times. Seriously. Is it clear?
हाँ clear है.
ठीक है. So tomorrow we will begin with the shell scripting.
Okay.
कल कितने बजे रहेगा सर?
9 बजे. So मैं ये वो चीज़ आपको बताता हूँ जो आपको यूज़ रियल में करना होगा वहाँ पे जब आप एज ए डेवऑप्स पर्सन जाओगे. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि जो आपको यूज़ ही नहीं करना होगा. हाँ.
Tomorrow you are having class. Tomorrow is
हाँ हाँ
Sunday.
है ना भाई,
नहीं,
क्यों परेशान कर रहे हो?
मंडे
कल है ना?
मंडे टू फ्राइडे. सॉरी मैं भूल
अरे
गया.
यार.
No,
मैं तो
I'm
बड़ा खुश
waiting
हो
for
गया
the
था.
class just to make
नहीं, आई एम
sure.
वेरी हैप्पी शरण. आई एम सरप्राइज्ड. तो मैंने डिस्टर्ब नहीं किया. आई डिडंट वांट टू डिस्टर्ब. इट्स ओके फॉर हिज क्लास. बट आपको पता चले.
No, no, I mean, let Anshul take some rest. It's okay.
But really I am enjoying this class, so that's why कल भी होता था. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great